Alright guys, this is Jacob from Wager Me This, and let's use the green dice. This is a craps tutorial video, number 3, and this one is going to be, I'm going to have two things in it. I'm going to tell you what everything in here is, all these prop bets, and also the field. Alright, so let's grab us some chips. It doesn't really matter how many. We'll get $100 though. Alright, let's start with the field, okay? So the field is a one-roll bet. It's a one-roll bet, and it's exactly what it says. The field never deviates, it never changes. It's exactly what it says on the mat, on the felt. All right. So sometimes it's going to say pays double and double over here. Sometimes it's going to say pays triple, or it could be triple on the 2 also. Sometimes they break the field up into sets of 3 numbers or something, and they pay different odds, but that's specifically to them numbers. You're not getting all the field numbers at that point. All right, so the math on the field, the math is 44% chance to win on the field. So a lot of people like it because from a one roll standpoint, it's actually the most likely chance on the board. All right, from a single roll, just one single roll, you're going to hit the field in one single roll more than everything else because you get a 44% chance to hit it. All right, now a lot of people don't like the field. A lot of people call it a sucker bet because it's under a coin flip, so instantly it's got built-in bad percentages. All right, the field's not terrible. The field has its place. I don't use it a whole lot myself personally, but lots of strategies out there use it. It's an integral part of one of the most common strategies in craps, the Iron Cross. A lot of people do what's called field farming, and that's where they work through the field to bump up their place bets. I mean, there's a lot of stuff for the field, right? A lot of people play martingales through the field, all right? All these things are things done through the field because you get so many chances to win. All right, so let's roll out some field bets, all right? So let's start with $5. And we're just gonna put all the profits in this rack. We'll run through the whole 100, all right? $5 winner. That was a 4. All right, there's a 10. So it's another $5. Oh. And there's a 9. 549. I don't even know how I just did that. All right, so that's 3 field numbers in a row. Pretty good little run. And a 2. All right, so there's a double winner. All right, so in the double winner, they're of course going to pay you double what your bet is. And an 8. All right, so we lost 1. Put it back. And an 8, so we lost another one. Put it back. And a 7. So we lost to this one. Just put it back. And another 8, hard 8. That's a lot of hard 8s. Put that back. And a 5. That's also a field loser. If you notice, there's no 5 in the field. And a 6, 5-1. And this is why the field's bad, because you do go on runs of these field numbers that are not in the field of the 5, 6, 7, and 8. All right, so there's a winner. And that it should about break even, guys. I mean, if you just rolled $100 through here, it should about break even. It's the nature of it. It's basically a coin flip. And so most of the time it's going to kind of roll out that way over so many. That was not a 9, that was an 8 originally. And there's a 5. It's actually rolling pretty bad now. It started out really good, and now it's rolling pretty bad. So we should probably go on a run of field numbers here pretty soon. There's a 1 there. And that's all it is, guys. It's just a single roll bet that you get every single number that's in that box. All right? And that's exactly what it is. Exactly what it says is what it is. If it tells you it pays double, it pays double. If it tells you it pays triple, it pays triple. And that means specifically if you hit them numbers that are in them circles. All right, there's an 8, 5, 3. And a 7. We're rolling a lot of non-field numbers here. And a 4, all right. There we go. And a 5, 3, 2. And a 3, all right, 2, 1. And a 6, 4, 2. And a hard 4. It's going to be a winner. You really want 2s and 12s in this if you're playing the field, because of course they pay double, just like that one. All right, there's that money. And it's doing exactly what it should do. Here comes our run of field numbers. We had a run of non-field numbers. Now we're having a run of field numbers. Oh, nice. Another doubler. And a lot of places, not a lot of places, but some places pay triple there. And there's a 5. Okay. And a 9. There we go, 5, 4, 9. And just like I thought, it's basically going to come out like a coin flip. You're going to have one is exactly as much as you lost, pretty much. And there's an 8. And a 6. All right, so this is our last field try. And we got a 4. All right, so we got a winner. And a 12. There's a doubler. Oh, we might come out ahead. Actually, right now we are. We're actually a whole unit ahead. And the 7. So we actually ended up dead even. That wasn't a 10, that was a 7. So we had 100, and we ended with 100. And that's what the field is, guys. The field is a standalone bet for some people, but it's mostly a helper bet. I mean, it helps you through some strategies, and it allows you to pay one chip or $1 amount to get all them numbers, instead of playing there, and then trying to play over here also. It allows you to just put $1 amount and get every number per roll. And so it has its place, guys. It really does. It has its place. The field's not a terrible bet. I know people will say from a house edge standpoint it's not a good bet, but as you can tell, I just randomly rolled out $100 worth and it broke dead even. In fact, we could have ended up $5 if we would have wanted to. All right, and so there you go. That's what the field is. Like I said, guys, it's exactly what it says. If it says it's a 2, 3, 4, 9, 10, 11, 12, if any of them numbers rolls when you're betting the field, you're going to win. And it's as simple as that. Field's a very simple bet. All right. So next, let's move over to the prop bets, or the middle of the table bets, the bets that the stick man controls. All right. So let's start with the hardways. All right. The hardways are not one roll bets, and so that's something kind of unique to the middle of the table there. The hardways are their own thing. All right. So exactly what the hardways say, the dice combination on them is exactly how you win that bet. So if you are betting on the hard 6 and you roll a 3-3, then you're going to win 10 for 1 or 9-1. It's going to be 9-1, and the 6 and the 8 are 9-1, and the 10 and the 4 are 7-1. All right. Some tables will say 8-4-1 or 10-4-1, but I mean, it's just a confusing thing. It's just different companies make different felts different ways. All right. So the hardways are exactly what they say. Their only difference is they lose not only with a 7, but also if you roll another combination of those numbers. So if you're on the hard 6 and you roll a 4-2, you also lose that bet. Same thing with the hard 8. If you roll a 5-3, you also lose that bet. The 10 and the 4 are also the same way. If you roll a 6-4, you lose the 10, and if you roll a 3-1, you lose the 4. All right? The only way to win them bets is to roll that exact dice combination of them paired dice like that. So let's roll it out a little bit. All right, we'll roll it out for, I don't know, a couple rolls, see if we can hit a couple hard ways. All right, right, so there's a 3. None of the other numbers are going to matter. Only whatever number it is, if it's a 4, only the 4s and the 7 matter. That's all that matters. All right, there's a 9. There's a 7. All right, so we lose all 4 of them. Now, of course, if you roll a 4, you only lose the 4. You don't lose all the hard ways. And there's an 8. So right here, you're going to lose this. And a hard 10. All right, so we hit one of them. All right, so that was a 10. That was a 5, 5, 10. All right, so we have a $5 bet on it. So 7 times 5 is $35. And this is why people like to play them, because it's a good return when you do win. All right. And we got a 4, an easy 4, 3, 1. That's going to lose. And a 5, 3, 2, 5. A yo, 6, 5. And a 7. All right. So that's what the hard ways are, guys. That's exactly what they are. There's nothing more to them than that. You lose on a 7 or whatever number it is. The way you win is to roll that exact combination that it shows on the table. You have to roll the paired number. All right, so 3, 3 is the hard 6, 4, 4 is the hard 8, 5, 5 is the hard 10, and deuce, deuce, or 2, 2 is the hard 4. That's the only way to win them bets. They lose on a 7 or any other combination of the number that they read. And so, yeah, they're good bets. A lot of people use them in conjunction with their place bets. So a lot of people will place the 6 and then put some money on the heart, because when you do roll it, you make money in both places. All right. So now let's go down here to the horn, or what the horn bets. All right, what people call the horn. All right, that's the 2, 3, 11, and 12. All right, they'll have their own specific payouts. And this one is actually a little bit wrong. They're going to pay you out on the 3 and the 11. It's going to pay you 15 to 1, and on the 2 and the 12, it's going to pay you 30 to 1, not 34 to 1. Right? It's going to pay you that, and that's what it's going to be pretty much universally, unless you get out of this country, and then it might be something different. But every casino I've ever been in, that's what they are. Right? The problem with these are one roll bets. Okay. That's why they have such high odds on them. If you hit them, they're highly profitable, but you're going to miss them a lot of the time. All right. So what a lot of people do is they bet them all together. All right. So let's get some whites. Okay. So a lot of people would take like $4 and say, "Give me the horn bet, a $4 horn." That means you got $1 on every one of them. All right. And then they'd roll, and you'd roll a 7, but it doesn't matter. You could roll a 4, and you're still going to lose. The only way you're going to win is if you roll exactly one of them numbers. All right, so let's go again. Let's see if we can get a winner. And a hard 4, it's going to lose. All right, so I'm just going to drop this $5 chip every time. And we're going to act like we're playing. Let's see if we can get through and hit one of these. And we got another 8. And a 4. A 7. Another 7. Looking like these horn bets are going to be hard to come by. And there's a 9, 5, 4, 9. And a 7. And a 6. Again, every number loses on these unless it's the exact number it reads. All right. And a 7. Still no luck. And a 3. All right. So that 3, whenever we finally hit it, this would stay. You'd lose all these, and then they'd give you 15 bucks. Or what they might do is they say if you want to stay up, they would give you $12. and they would replace these 3. They would replace them 3 and give you 12 bucks. All right, that's what they're going to do a lot of the times, unless you tell them to do something different. But it's pretty self-explanatory. Whatever them numbers say and whatever them odds say on them numbers is exactly what it is, and it's a 1-roll bet. Them are 1-roll bets. All right, so let's look at 2 other bets I have over here on my board. Other boards at casinos and stuff are going to have some other stuff in the middle that I don't have able to show here, so I'm not going to worry about it right now. So you have the any 7 bet, all right? The any 7 bet is exactly what it says. If you bet on that for 1 roll, if it's any type of 7 hits, you're going to win 4 to 1, all right? So you bet $5, bam, it rolls, and you roll a 7. That's going to pay you 20. All right, you're gonna get your 5 back plus 20. Down here on the any craps bet, so on a lot of craps tables, you're gonna see a thing called a C and an E out there. That C is just the same as this any craps bet, and that E is just the same as the 11. Right, that means craps are 11, and that's exactly what it means. It's just an easier way for the dealers to keep track of it, and so that's why they do that. But so this any craps, it's going to be 7 to 1 everywhere you go. And it's exactly what it says. It's going to be the craps numbers. So you're getting the 2, 3, and the 12 when you have the any craps. That's what you're getting. You're not getting the 11. It's not the horn. You're getting the 2, 3, and the 12 at 7 to 1 odds. All right. So you can put $1 in it. And if you roll one of them numbers, you're going to get, let's say you got a 2, 1. You're going to get $7 more. Even if you have a 1, 1. Even though it's 30 for 1 when you bet it alone, you're still only going to get $7. All right, when you have any bet, any craps or a C bet, that's what that is. All right, and so that's a lot of people play that on the come out if they're on the pass line because it covers all 3 of them loser numbers, and a lot of people do like to do that. And it's just exactly what it says. It's any craps number, you're going to make 7 to 1. It's exactly what it says. Anyways, guys, this is tutorial number 3. Hope it was educational or whatever, or helps someone out. And this is Jacob from Wager Me This, and you guys have a great night.